Yeah, I wasn't really feeling that episode. I wasn't really feeling that one. Not like I did the previous three. Wasn't really feeling that one. And I feel like that was a high risk episode right there because it was mostly about Jubilee and Sunspot. And I'm not saying they don't deserve any screen time, but the way I look at it, time is valuable. You don't get time back. You don't. And I don't really care about Jubilee and Sunspot like that. I really don't. And especially when you're in a situation, it's like, okay, what's going on with Storm? Which they did cover a little bit of Storm and Forge in this episode. This was a two-part episode where this is two in one. All right, so you had like what 13, 14 minutes of Jubilee and Sunspot, and about 13, 14 minutes of Storm and Forge, whatever. And even though it was like, even though with it being 13, 14 minutes of Jubilee and Sunspot, I just think that was 13, 14 minutes too much. Like maybe 7 or 8, but or maybe if they would have paired Jubilee off with Gambit or Sunspot with Gambit or with one of the others, but or with Beast or something, Jubilee and Beast, But man, I'm not. I don't feel. I'm not. I don't rock with Jubilee like that. Like I care about her character, but when see my favorite character is Gambit, so Gambit hasn't even really been highlighted much. Beast haven't been highlighted much. So it's like I want to see them shine and get them a good amount of screen time before I see Jubilee get a whole solo. But it was okay. It was okay. Like I'm not gonna call it trash because it wasn't trash. Got to see Mojo. I don't like how the new Mojo look. I like my Mojo being fat, chubby, the way he's supposed to be. But they had his body changing and all that, and I'm not sure if he's supposed to do that in the comics or if he had that ability back in the animated series. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But now it was interesting to see. It was pretty cool to see the older version of Jubilee because it lets us know, and it also let present current Jubilee know this is what you're capable of. You're capable of doing these things, and eventually you will be able to do these things. And it was pretty cool. And I'm not gonna lie, you know who the older version, for some reason, older version Jubilee. When I saw her, I instantly thought of what's the I forgot the actress name. But if you ever watch 90210, you remember Emily Valentine on 90210? That's who older Jubilee reminded me of. And then I'm looking at younger Jubilee and I'm like, well, she kind of reminds me of it too. And I'm like, wow, I never thought about that. Now I understand that the role of Jubilee is she's an Asian American character. All right. And Emily Valentine's character, she wasn't Asian American. I don't think so. I gotta go back and check. It's been a long time. But I'm just thinking about the person that, well, because I'm saying Emily Valentine, like, if you watch 90210, Emily Valentine was crazy. She had a crazy side, and she also had a good normal side. The good normal side, and as far as how she dresses, because she used to wear the jackets with the collar up and stuff. That reminded me of Jubilee, the older version of Jubilee, and the hairstyle is kind of similar to me. So that's why I'm like, wow, I got those kind of vibes. But anyways, it was cool to see Jubilee being able to older Jubilee to show younger Jubilee, hey, this is what you can do. Like, and that's very interesting because prior to that, I think that was the best part of that episode, because I'm like, all right, man, okay, firecrackers, fireworks. But anytime she shoot them at somebody, it seems like it just make them chuckle. Like, ah. Like, it seems like that power only really works like if she's fighting actual humans. But I remember they was fighting Friends of Humanity. They wasn't budging at that. So that's why I'm like, what's your purpose? But, we got to see her and Sunspot interact, and Sunspot finally displayed his powers without being afraid of somebody else that he knows will see him. All right, but anyways, yeah, it was okay. Then the next part we see Storm update with her and Forge. I still don't like her being with Forge, man. I don't like it one bit. I can't wait for that storyline with her and Forge to be over. And I hate saying it because I love some Storm. But I don't like this whole thing with her and Forge. It just feels so unnecessarily forced. there I can see if there's a vibe or chemistry. There's no chemistry, you know. But it is what it is. I feel bad for Storm, but it's weak that Forge, Forge. We find out that he created the the weapon that cost Storm her powers, and it goes back to it's like, damn Forge, like why would you create that, bro? Like you a mutant, you know what I'm saying? You are a mutant. Why would you do that? Like it's pretty weak. I don't care how much money you make. Like they're gonna use that on you, but that's weak, man. But they got like this it seems, I don't know how much time has passed, but they operate as if they've been dating for months, I guess. And I remember people saying it was an abusive relationship. Forge was abusing her. Hey man, I don't want to see any abuse and all that, but I don't want them together. But who knows? Maybe by him abusing her because he feels like, well, it ain't like you can use your powers on me. Then that brings her powers back, and boom, she unalives him, clears him properly. But this episode, scale of 1 to 10, man, I yeah, give it about a 6.5. Well, I give it a 6. It's a 6. I mean, I wasn't excited in the episode. I mean, like the other ones, but hey, that's what happens. Every episode is not going to be a 9 or a 10. They're not. There's not a single show that you can name where every episode is a 9 or a 10, or every episode is at least an 8. No, you're going to have some down ones, so that way when the great episodes come, you appreciate them more. So I'm looking forward to the next episode. What's going to be episode 5? So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll see more Gambit. Like I'm so sick of this Rogue and Magneto relationship. It's ridiculous, man. Like who asked to see that? Like I say, when I saw that comic in the stores when I was a kid, man, I wanted to puke. Want to puke, man. I'm like, come on, man. Nobody wants to see that. But anyways, share your thoughts. Let me know. What did you think of episode 4 of X-Men 97? Share your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section. All right. And please, please, please hit that like and subscribe button. It's free of charge. Student of the Game Podcast. Peace out.